Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this Acumatica CRM webinar. I am Jason Gibson, Pre-Sales Advisor here at About IT. For those of you who are not familiar with CRM, it stands for Customer Relationship Management. You get two main kinds of CRM systems, integrated and non-integrated CRM systems. Today, I'll be demonstrating an integrated CRM system as this is a module within the Acumatica ERP framework. For those of you who are not familiar with Acumatica, Acumatica is a cloud-based ERP system that is accessed via your browser from any computer that has an internet connection. Acumatica is a comprehensive ERP system that handles all of your financial requirements, such as your general ledger, accounts receivable, accounts payable, and inventory. Acumatica has several verticals, one of which is the CRM module that I'll be demonstrating today. In today's demo, I'll be demonstrating the CRM flow in front of you, where I will show you how a lead is captured and converted to an opportunity and how this whole process is tracked. If you look at the screen to the left, you will notice 4 ways of importing a lead into Acumatica. From your Outlook application that's on your computer, the Acumatica mobile app, importing via an Excel spreadsheet, or via a website form. If you look at the flow, you'll get a holistic view of what the Acumatica CRM suite provides. There's 4 main sections in the Acumatica CRM suite, which is leads, contacts, opportunities, and support. If you look to the left, you'll see a little icon for assign. This means you can assign a lead manually, individually, or via a assignment map that will allow you to assign multiple leads to a specific user work group based on predefined parameters. If you look below, you will see a little clipboard that says tasks and activities. This allows you to create tasks and activities against the lead. I'm going to move over to the sales dashboard. This will give you a very good idea of how to view a lead and how many leads a specific salesperson has. If you look at the top left corner, there's 4 tiles. You will notice there's amber, green, and red. How Acumatica works is the severe tiles that need to be paid attention to are red. The amber ones are fairly okay and they need to be attended to shortly, and the green ones are okay. As you can see, the My New Leads have 3. The reason why that's green is because the setting behind that tile allows a salesperson to have up to a specific lead before they need to be converted. If those leads are not converted, say for example 15, then that will become red, as each company has a specific number of leads before they need to be converted to an opportunity. If you look at the amber, you'll see no contact for 14 plus days, which basically means there's 3 leads that you haven't contacted in 2 weeks, which in the sales environment could be an issue, as you always need to make contact with your leads at least once a week or once every 2nd week. You will notice in the bottom left, as a salesperson, you also have to convert your leads to opportunities. So again, you will see a green tile with displaying 6 opportunities. You can see that 1 opportunity is closing within the next 60 days and open, no contact, 60 plus days, which means the status of that opportunity is open, which means you've engaged with the client, but there's 6 of which you haven't contacted, which is outside of the period of 30 days, which is a problem, and you need to contact that client. At the bottom, you can see past close date. Each sales representative needs to put in a close date when he opens up a opportunity. And if you pass that, it will definitely end up in this red tile, which could be a problem when your sales manager looks at his sales manager dashboard. On the right-hand side, you can see there's a bit of a pipeline. And on the top right, you've got 2 very important tiles, which is your sales revenue and the sales deals that have been closed. At this moment, for this sales rep that I'm logged in, there is no sales. Moving on to marketing lists. Acumatica allows you to create several marketing lists, unlimited marketing lists for that matter of fact, and each specific marketing list is targeted for a specific customer class or lead class. If I open this marketing list, you can see there's a little bit of a description here. It says lead looking for a specific product. So basically what that means is it's a product request class, and all of the members here are people that call in or email into the company that want to engage more, and they're not necessarily wanting to purchase from a company just yet. They might just want to find out what kind of products do you offer, what services do you offer, and at what price. So these are the people that you might not necessarily target straight up front with to go and demonstrate your product or your service. You'll keep them on your marketing list and you'll send mailers maybe once a month or once every second week. Each marketing list can have an owner. What that means is that person is responsible for updating that list and for removing mails when people unsubscribe from your list. You can also allocate a work group to a marketing list. Work group in Acumatica is specifically for allocation purposes, which we'll touch on later in this demonstration. Moving on to the actual marketing campaigns. As you can see, there's several marketing campaigns. The marketing campaign function in Acumatica allows you to track return on investment as well as leads and opportunities generated. You can see here, the most important part in the top right-hand corner is the stage. So you've got various stages in your marketing campaigns. You've got planning, execution, completed, and canceled. The planning stage is probably the most important. That's where 80% of the work gets done, and 20% is the execution for the salespeople to go out and close the deal. So in the planning phase, what you would do is you would put in your expected response based on the marketing list you're mailing to and the audience. You can put in a planned budget, which in our industry for one mailer, one campaign is an estimated 15,000 Rand. You can put in an expected return. This return is business to business. It's specific to your business, and your sales manager will tell you what he needs in as a return for this marketing campaign. Additional to that is your promo code. When you receive an SMS notification on a special or an email and you want to purchase that at the discount offered, you will then reply with this promo code. If you look to the right, you can see campaign statistics, total members, members contacted, members responded. Basically what this is, members is when you go and you can add a new member. So you can add a member from a generic inquiry within Acumatica. I'm not going to go into so much detail as that is fairly technical at this moment. I will, however, show you a marketing list. So if you go there and you can go back to product requests, you can see that's the marketing list we spoke about previously. You can add one by one, or you can just add all of them. So let's go and add all of them. If you go back to campaign details, you can see you've got 83 members. So when you look at 83 members and you look at expected response, you can see that your expected response won't be reached because you've got 83 members only. You'll need to increase those members. Leads generated and leads converted are very important to reach your expected return, as your salespeople need to convert those leads to opportunities so that you can quote. You've also got opportunities and opportunities won, as well as the value. We'll touch on that later on during this demo. Moving through, Acumatica has the ability to be able to send out a mass email to a marketing list. So this could be the actual offer that you are extending to your clients on a specific marketing campaign. As you can see, you've got different sources. You've got marketing lists, campaigns, leads, contacts, and employees. So those are the different options that Acumatica allows you to email. You might want to send out a mass email out of Acumatica just to employees to wish certain people happy birthday during the month, or to offer a special to a client. Same functionality here is your marketing lists. So you link a marketing list to a specific email, and you can, based on your marketing list, and you would then just send out the email. So just to recap on what I have showed you is I explained to you 4 ways of importing data into a lead. I have explained to you what the salesperson dashboard looks like from an holistic view to manage your leads effectively, how you can manage your marketing list within Acumatica, how you can set up an actual marketing campaign to plan better and send out a mass email to that marketing list. So as part of the planning phase of your marketing campaign, you would now need to physically work on that marketing campaign, and Acumatica allows you to track that. So Acumatica doesn't just give you the functionality to measure your marketing campaigns, it actually gives you the activity or the ability to track activities against the marketing campaign, as you want your marketing team to work effectively or as effectively as possible. As you can see here, I have created a task. The task name is prepare campaign, as any campaign that is in the planning phase needs to be prepared, and there's subsequent tasks that need to be completed in order for the campaign to be run successfully. As you can see, the owner of the prepare campaign task is Grace. I bring the screen down. You can see the owner of the marketing campaign that we're talking about is Grace. She is the marketing manager. However, the subsequent related activities, if you look to the right of the screen, is Maxwell Baker and John Keane. If you look to the left, you see I've got two work items under my task. The one work item is called Prepare Marketing Mailing List and Design Mailer. These are just two basic examples of what needs to be done in order to run a successful marketing campaign. If you open up the tab that says Prepare Marketing List, you will see the summary, obviously, that's the name, the owner, and the ability to track time. This is the most important part to be able to track the marketing efforts on all of these activities. So this person has the ability to put notes at the bottom, as well as adding files and designs to his task. This person is working on the mailing list, so he will upload his Excel spreadsheet via the files and browse, and he can go and upload an Excel file. Say upload. So that file could now be viewed by the marketing manager, and she can approve that. There's no approval step on this upload, so she will have to approve it outside of the system, but the actual Excel spreadsheet will be saved against these tasks. Moving on to the actual lead in Acumatica. As mentioned before, there's 4 ways of capturing a lead in Acumatica. This time I'm going to show you how to capture a lead manually. However, I'm not going to be doing any data capturing. I'll just show you which fields are required to capture a lead. As you can see, there's a few asterisk fields such as country, last name, and an email address is required. That's the minimum information required to be able to capture a lead. However, I do strongly suggest that you at least have one contact number as well as a company name. If you look at the attributes tab, these fields aren't not required. If they were required, there would have been a tick box there. However, this is required for the sales rep to be able to qualify the lead with regards to what industry they're in, the number of employees, company revenue, and what product this specific lead is looking for. You're able to add activities under a lead. As you can see, there's a task, event, and a drop-down list of activities. As you can see, I have already populated an activity, and I have named it First Contact. So basically what will happen is you're a salesperson, a lead has been assigned to you, you have opened up your dashboard and you see there's a new lead, you phone the client, and whatever is discussed will be typed in here. Client would like a demo, client would like a price, whichever the discussion goes, you can then say save and close. And all of the activities against a lead will then be tracked here. Again, you can add a task to a lead, similar to in your marketing side, and you can add an event, which would then be it could be a meeting with a client, or it could be a demonstration, and that could then filter through via the Exchange integration, and it would then be a calendar invite in your Outlook application. Obviously, you would like the lead to be as temporary as possible, and you need to convert that lead to a business account and subsequently to an opportunity. Before you do that, you need to gather as much information as possible on this lead. You can also capture a source campaign against the lead. So if a lead has called in or emailed you or SMS'd in, you would definitely link him up against a source campaign in order, if I go back to marketing, to track the leads that have been generated. As you can see, there's 2 leads and only one has been converted, and that would then be how you track those leads. Before you convert a lead, just to get back, you need to capture as much information as you possibly can, and you need to assign an owner to a lead. Otherwise, the lead will be unassigned and no one will be able to pay attention to that. You do not need to create a business account for a lead until you have actually converted. If you click on actions, you can see you convert to a contact, you create an opportunity, and you create a business account. I'm going to show you how to do an assignment As mentioned before, Acumatica allows you to assign manually, or it allows you to assign via a specific set of rules. If you look at the screen in front of you here, this is the assignment and approval maps. You can see to the left under the tree, there's a sales request, and then they've got different kinds of sales requests. They've got a business product sales, solution sales, and for instance, consumer sales. Each one of these sales requests are linked to a work group, and each work group is linked to a specific user. You can also allocate a specific wait time. If that person hasn't paid attention to that lead within a specific amount of time, that lead will then be escalated to the next agent. The reason you would need this, and the kind of companies or industries that would need this, are the kind of companies that work with a lot of leads, companies that get hundreds of leads in a month, and they need to be distributed across the country or across the world. So you can assign these leads geographically or based on a specific rule, such as a work group. Moving on to the next screen, I would like to show you opportunities. So how the CRM process flow works in Acumatica is, as in any other CRM system, you need to convert a lead and not to an opportunity to be able to make a sale. So once a lead has been converted to an opportunity, you have engaged with the customer and you know that they're most likely going to buy something from your company. Again, activities, it's fairly standard across the board in the CRM. I'm sure you understand how this works at the moment. You can still go and create additional activities against an opportunity to engage further with the client. Under the Documents Details tab, you will notice that you've got inventory items. So how this differs from a quote is, once you have converted the lead to an opportunity, you need to understand what exactly that lead would like to purchase from you, what that prospective customer would like to buy, and you can add it under the document details. He doesn't necessarily want a quote just yet, but you just need to know what it is that he would like to purchase from you. You would then add this under the document details, and you would be able to get an estimated amount on your opportunity to see what the size of that opportunity is. Moving over to the Details tab, if you look at the bottom left corner, you can see it says forecasting. So there's a probability and a weighted total linked to that. As in any sales process, you've got different stages. As you can see, this opportunity is on the prospect stage, which means they're interested in purchasing something from your company. You know exactly what those items are, but they haven't engaged with you further. If you look at the bottom left screen, if I go to nurture, you'll see the probability moves up to 5%, and the weighted total is 5% of the amount in the top right corner. And as soon as you go down, if I go down to negotiation, we're at 80%, and then obviously one is then 100%. This is specifically to each client, and each sales rep will understand at what stage he is on any given opportunity. If you go to the quotes tab, you can see you can have several quotes against one opportunity, and you have the ability to integrate this quote with your sales order module, where your finance team could create a sales order and subsequently invoice to your client, and this would integrate to your shipping module in Acumatica. As you can see here, there's shipping information and contact information. Before the opportunity is won, it's the sales rep's responsibility to make sure that this info is correct, and all of this info will then pull through from the actual business account. I'm going to move over to business accounts in Acumatica. To give you an idea of what a business account is in Acumatica compared to what a prospective client is in another type of CRM system, a business account in Acumatica could be a supplier account, or it could be a customer account. Before a sale is done to a new prospective customer, it's called a business account. This does not inflate your accounts receivable data book. You would not want your sales rep to add details onto an existing customer, hence the use of business accounts. As you can see, a business account in Acumatica needs to have as much information as a debtor account would, and obviously tax numbers, contact details, telephone numbers and addresses, and so forth. You can see that the attribute section in Acumatica filters through on all the forms. In Acumatica, you're able to create unlimited attributes based on the information you want to require on a master record. Another thing that you can do when querying a business account, you can see which opportunities are linked against the business account, as well as which cases. I will explain the case section on the CRM down the line in my demo today. Looking at opportunities again, this is the opportunity that I drilled through again. It just gives you basic information to see how many opportunities are linked to a specific business account. This also gives an account manager a holistic view on the business account. He might not be the person selling that product to the client, but he might need to keep an eye on the sales reps that are selling the products to his client to make sure that his client's happy. If you look at the top right corner, you can see again, as I explained to you in the marketing section, files. So your account manager would use this to upload any kind of files that are sent between him and the customer that needs to be saved in an online repository, such as an SLA document or a non-disclosure agreement. So just to recap, what I've explained to you now is how to manage an opportunity in Acumatica and how to create a quote against that opportunity, as well as managing the different stages in an opportunity. Going back to my CRM flow, we went from a lead and we created an opportunity. You do not have to convert to a contact. You can convert to a contact or an opportunity. If you convert to a contact, you cannot convert to an opportunity. So you have to decide whether that person will just be a contact or will that person be an opportunity. You might ask the question, what is the difference between a contact and an opportunity? A contact might be someone in your network that you need to network with, and they might generate further opportunities for you. They might not purchase directly from your company. So that would definitely be part of your networking pipeline. The next thing that we're going to move on to is support. So that is the fourth leg of the Acumatica suite, is support. Now, the word support basically means that you can create a case against a business account, which then obviously is a supplier or a customer. And this does not necessarily have to be a support case in the terms of you've got a technical department and someone calls in and they need assistance. You can have a ticket for customer care, for account management, for registrations, and so forth. I'm going to go to a dashboard that will give you an holistic view of a support manager's view. If you look at this dashboard, again, in the top left corner, you've got 4 tiles, red, amber, and green. So as a support manager, you need to have an holistic view of what's happening with your clients. And this could be across the board in any industry. As you can see in the top left corner, you've got 19 open cases. Next to that, 12 overdue cases and 4 unassigned cases. Red means you have to give attention to that immediately, and amber means you most likely have to give that attention next. 4 unassigned cases might be more important than 4 overdue cases, as they have not been assigned to anyone and they will not get attention until they've been assigned to someone. As I mentioned before, there's different assignment rules in Acumatica, but given that this is only 4 cases, you can go in and assign them manually. So how you would do that is click on the case ID. You can go in and you can see there's a support consultant, Chris, and you would then save. Going back to the dashboard, you will now notice there's 3 unassigned cases and the open cases are still 19. You might ask yourself, how come there's not 20 open cases, seeing as that case that was assigned is no longer under unassigned? The reason for that is once that agent logs in and he looks at his own dashboard, he will see that he's got a new case and he will need to log into that case, see what the problem is, contact the client, and then change the status of that case to open, and then it will reflect here. Until he's done that, it will not reflect here. Next thing is to have a look at the overdue cases. Overdue cases could be set on specific rules or based on a specific client service level agreement. As you can see here, there's a couple of reasons. Escalation in process, unassigned. If you want to filter on a specific reason, you can say clear all. You just want to see waiting confirmation. None of them are waiting confirmation. You want to see something that might be in process, and you've got a few that's in process. So this way you can filter, and you might be a support manager that works with 40 to 50 cases on a daily basis that you have to manage, or you might be lucky and you might be a support manager that only deals with 10. However, Acumatica allows you to drill down and slice through to get to the most important cases first. Just going back to the dashboard. A couple of other metrics here you can see: support hours by technician, cases by class. This just gives you a bit of extra information to be able to slice and dice and get a better view of what's happening in your support department. As mentioned before, this does not have to be for technical support. This could be for customer care. This could be for account management. This could just be for general queries. When a client phones in and it's not necessarily a client that's purchasing something from you, they could mail info at aboutitgroup.co.za or support@aboutitgroup.co.za, and the support manager or the account manager will then assign to the correct person. Can you give you an idea of what a support technician's dashboard might look like? As you can see here, it's not as overwhelming as the support manager's dashboard, as this is more focused specifically to the agent that's logged on. You can see there, the agent that I'm logged on here has got 2 open cases and only 1 overdue case. So the workload here is not too great. If you look at the bottom here, you can see there's 4 tasks. So tasks in Acumatica come right through the whole system. And basically what that means is no matter in which module you are, whether you're in the leads or whether you're in the marketing module, if a case is assigned to you, it will end up on your dashboard under your tasks. And then you can drill through based on which module the task comes from. Just to touch on the CRM dashboards that Acumatica offers by default, as you can see, there's your CRM flow that I showed in the beginning. Got your support manager that I took you through, your support technician. You've got a sales manager dashboard that manages all the sales. So the difference between your sales manager dashboard and your sales rep dashboard is this is, again, a more holistic view that's got to do with, if you can look here, it's more statistics wise than actual deal on deal. As you can see, this sales manager has 92 wins in his team and 78 losses. That is not a great conversion rate, and hence why the tile is red. The deal size trend is also in the negative, as well as your profitability trend. So as you can see, the main reason for these dashboards for the manager specifically is to see what his team's performance looks like holistically and how he can better that. To get back to the marketing that we spoke about, 2 leads and 0 opportunities, which means either the marketing efforts needs to be upped a bit or the marketing team needs to market to a different marketing list. It gives a bit of information on what the marketing efforts look like based on the marketing campaigns that I have explained. So I'm just going to wrap everything up by going back to my CRM flow. Just to recap on everything that I explained in this video, how Acumatica's CRM system is integrated straight through into Acumatica, from importing leads straight through to opportunities and sales orders being invoiced and a customer for life. You're able to also support your customers afterwards, and you're able to log cases against those customers. Thank you very much and have a nice day.